Thank you, Dina. And Linda, good morning, sweetie.
Good morning.
It is what a vision. You have made my day. It's so good to see you in here.
Oh, I'm so glad to be back.
Oh, we missed you. And then Sean even took a break last week. And as Sean said, we had the A-team in last weekend.
Well, sure.
Hey, we have now, this is a mouthful. This is the Ideal Hyundai Buick GMC of Wfre Pet of the Week. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see Delilah, you can go to my Facebook page or my Twitter page where I got a great picture of her and Sean. And what is the story of this little lovely here?
She is absolutely adorable. She's only 9 months old, and I know people come into the shelter and they want a kitten. And when they think of kitten, they think of 8 weeks, but 9 months is a baby.
Okay.
She came in, she was previously owned. Her family lost their jobs and felt that they could no longer afford her, so they turned her into the shelter. And we like to remind people, we try to remind people, and we do remind them.
We like to remind them.
Well, we do. We have a food bank at the Animal Control Center, so if you have a pet and you lose your job or there's some unforeseen circumstances, we can help you feed your pet if that's what it takes for you to keep your pet.
There are some options for you out there.
Absolutely. So we try to tell people that, and sometimes they listen to us, and other times they just throw their hands up and hand us their pet. So in the case of Delilah, we have her now. She's very sweet, very young, and gorgeous brown tabby with some white. And she has the texture is what I call bunny fur, just very soft and very just fluffy.
Well, haven't we had a kitty who looked just like her with that bunny fur in here just recently from a foster kitty? I mean, it's been a little while, but looked very much like her, a tabby.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to let this go. I'm not going to beat it to death.
No.
Somebody gets laid off, and they take their cat, and that's where they choose to make their cuts. They take their cat to the animal shelter.
That happens. Cat, dog, guinea pig.
This is not.
Ferret,
this is you've heard these things before.
Birds, yes.
And did you mention Delilah lived with a kitty or lived with another animal? She lived with
another cat, so she's used to another cat. That's no guarantee. I mean, anytime you introduce a new pet, you have to go through that introductory phase. We recommend 10-day isolation and then gradual introduction, especially with cats. And they may never become best friends as far as grooming and snuggling, but if you have two cats that live harmoniously together, that is what your goal should be.
Okay.
Anything above and beyond is gravy.
They're going to work it out.
They will.
Same thing with a doggy and a kitty in a new house. It might seem, they're not going to get along. They're going to hurt each other. We have to get rid of one, but no.
No, and you have to supervise. Parents of kids, parents of pets, you have to be there to supervise the interaction and make sure that everybody's safe, and just kind of read the body language and respect that and be creative. I mean, there have been times when we've had animals, we separate them in other rooms until we know that 100% that they can cohabitate when we're not home to supervise.
Well, if you're not home, you can put one in a room, and that way they can get to know each other under the slot at the bottom of the door. They can reach under there and sniff each other out.
We've had some amazing adopters that have put up screen doors so that they could actually see each other, but still be protected.
Piss at each other a little bit, feel each other out.
Course.
Sure, yeah, they're just working it out.
It's a new kid in town. I got to show you who's in charge here.
And so June is an official month that may be able to help out Delilah here?
I hope so. It's Adopt a Shelter Cat Month.
Adopt a Shelter Cat Month.
We have plenty of cats. We have, because of the snowstorm, I believe our kitten season was delayed, but we have a lot of kittens in foster care.
Okay.
Most of them will not be ready for adoption for another 2 to 3 weeks. So if you really have to have a little kitten, we suggest you keep calling the shelter, visit the shelter, because at some point they will all come flooding back in, and they will need homes in addition to the wonderful adult cats and juveniles like Delilah that need homes as well.
We have an incentive for our listeners. Now, this is if they adopt Delilah, our pet of the week. Canine Health Solutions have come on board, and they are offering a beautiful gift package worth up to $78.
Wow.
Full with everything to help your doggie or your kitty get her life started in a new home.
That is so generous.
That is very generous. Thank you so much, Canine Solutions. Welcome back, Linda.
Thank you.
Delilah is our pet of the week, brought to you by Ideal Hyundai Buick GMC of Wfre. Go to my Twitter page, go to my Facebook page, see a picture of this little sweetie.